top coupe, dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top coupe, dodge raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Cross move quick like AI. Chain shine bright like daytime. Stack big bread like waist high.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Minnesota Vikings. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. First carry for Leonard Fournette. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Lucy.
Now Bortles throwing on second down, escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Bortles. Going deep for Benjamin. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Benjamin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Andy! Listen to me. Yellow, yellow. Reach in there. Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow. Hey, we got a steal. We got a steal.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Gun. Hey, we're good, we're good, we're good. Four down. The heart. What Spurs. Hey, steamer. Ringo. Gun.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They get it to him running left. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Bortles now on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Black. Listen.
Following the interception, Cousins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Go ahead. Ringo.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence.
He's got a man, complete. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen, and even 40 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
First down, here's Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Gun. Lucky 50. Black.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He got 29 yards that time. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Anthony Barr. He's the one that finally runs him down, and that is a big, big loss. 18 yards. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Now Bortles out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Wide.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Cook following the penalty. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
On second down, Cook. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
To play in a tightly contested first half. More from Minneapolis after this. On first and 10, Cousins on the move to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Handoff comes to Cook. Now he opts for the spin. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Play action now. Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
This is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Bortles. Got an open man. It's another one. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
372. Lucy. 76. 76. 3-2.
On 1st down, Bortles. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead is now 14-10. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Yo. Ready, in there. Yo.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Wide.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Throw. Good. Ready.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Steps away to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Rhino! Wide.
Cousins on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They begin with a run by Fournette. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason we're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here we go. Rhino! Check safety. The hut!
They run it again with Cook. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. And
he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Here we go. Move.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Dumps it off to Fournette. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles, eluding the pressure right. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Ready! Line up!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Left side caught by Diggs. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Fournette on the counter. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball. Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your start.
To Fournette. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
39, Lucy.
Here's Fournette, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Delay of game penalty ships them back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. To throw is Bortles. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's pulled in at the 32. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Myles Jack in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Rhino! First! Ringo!
2nd down, Cousins. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever.
Liz 50. Hey, flipper. Black.
Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Yellow. Lucky 50.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. They have gone to the fourth quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
It's a loss of 11 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go. Lucy.
Now Bortles. Going deep for Benjamin. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down near the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Hey, let's go. Trip front.
This is Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jags, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this with my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot put no zeros. Thought you went out. No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I'm a whoop. I am a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and I'm these models. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Shorty oughta been my me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never left, yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah.
Hey, what's up, gang?
Let me go secure for the game right quick.
Hey, what's up, gang?
I got it.
I think it's my fault.
For real.
What's up,
Keep the
man?
rest.
Hey, I got that check-in to go.
I'm gone.
A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce.
Good drip. Good drip.
But she love you, don't cut your.
Yeah.
Looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat, ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check-in to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rafe in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my sit the back that like a popo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. Finna got in the gently. Angry and friends with these. When I was down out of so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my ring. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you. Rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap. Got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's time.
I got that check-in to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. no cost. I want that cost. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your... Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get fuck you with to groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that check-in to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No cost. For real. I want that cost. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your... Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Hurry up! 5-4. Wait! Load it! Load it! Yeah, rock it!
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Left. 12. Hey!
3rd and long for Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
12. Hey, Rocket! 5-4.
They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Elliott, the leading rusher for the second time in his 3 NFL seasons, 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than second-place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. He makes them go. And how about how he added to his pass catching this year? His numbers jumped up in a big way. So when Dak Prescott didn't have something downfield, he just dumped it out into the flat to number 21.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Chargers offense returns to the field, and earlier, Charles, you and I were talking about Phillip Rivers and his season and his age and all of that. But if you look at the Chargers season, yes, they fell short against the Patriots, but they had a pretty good year.
To put it mildly, I mean, can you imagine finishing 12-4? And not only did they not win their division championship, they ended up being seeded number 5 in the playoffs and had to go on the road twice. Won at Baltimore, lost in New England. 12-4 usually gets you at least one home field game. Didn't even happen, yet they were managing to win a playoff game and serving notice to the rest of the league. They plan to be around in 2019.
5-4. Yo, Rocky.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
12. Wait! Hey!
From the gun, Rivers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
No, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
47.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line.
Let's go, get out, get out.
On second down, Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And some strong running. Kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. The 20. Touchdown, L.A. Travis Benjamin officially with a return of 108 yards. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
Well, Charles, as the Cowboys take over here, what do you think of the season that Dallas had? Yes, they get in the playoffs, but that's now 6 straight divisional round games that they've lost.
And that doesn't make you feel great as an organization. But think about this season. They started 3-5, ended up winning their division. Questions about their head coach Jason Garrett's future. They finished 7-1 to claim that third NFC East title in 5 years. And then they added a playoff win over Seattle as well. So I think the future looks good for Dallas. I also like what they're building in terms of Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott on offense. But how about on defense? They got 2 of the better young linebackers in the league, in Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Build around them and watch for the Cowboys to be in the mix in years to come.
On third down, Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
To throw is Prescott. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Change of scenery turned out to be really good this year for Cooper and the Cowboys. 9 games with them, over 700 yards, including that 217-yard 3-score performance against the Eagles.
And remember, that last score was in overtime to give Dallas a huge win in the NFC East and help propel them to a division title. 1,005 yards combined between Oakland and Dallas. The third time he's gone over 1,000 in his 4 seasons in the NFL.
Again to Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring out the third down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Go, get out there, get out there.
On third down, that's Elliott, and he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. The give is to Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll run with Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a first and goal. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Elliott. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Spinning past him. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. As they get ready for this next drive, we shift our attention to a little Super Bowl conversation. The third time that the Super Bowl, Charles, is going to be played in Atlanta, and the Patriots had 35,000 folks come out in Foxborough before departing for a little rally.
How about that? You would think that would be a fan base where it might be a little bit blasé about the whole thing because they seem to go just about every year. But they continue to use their rallying cry. They hate us because they ain't us. And as for the game itself, February the 3rd, I can't wait. I'll be there to call the game internationally one more time. Just remember, this game is 17 years to the day. Since Super Bowl 36, got this whole Patriots thing kick-started. Literally, Adam Vinatieri with a game-winning field goal. Patriots beat the Rams 20-17. Same franchise, different city. They were in St. Louis then.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
A second down throw for Rivers. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
5-4. Yeah, rock. 5-4.
Final play of the half, Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. So we've hit and just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott, and he stopped immediately there. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th. Youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play. But to me, it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. With that
and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 24. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return. But I don't think they care. They've got the football back. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster. And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go to Elliott again. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang out all day.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And this one is right down the middle. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. Okay.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And that'll bring up second down. Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situation?
I don't think so. And you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game. The Baltimore Colts being the New York Giants.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey, 79! 79! Load it! Load it! Yeah, run. 55, hey, hey, hey! Come on! Hey! 85!
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. His throw caught at about the 5.
Hurry up!
And a nice gain at 21 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Hey, Delta! White! Hey, go orange. Orange.
They'll throw again. Rivers. Incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal.
Load it! Load it! White! Hey, go orange. Orange. Hey!
Rivers again. And this is going to be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
get him. Stay there. Stay there. White. 0.
To the air again here, Rivers. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. David Irving in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. Hey, Rocket. Hey.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back. And now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's able to get this.
Dead wrong. Propaganda said the standards in the tear down. Throw it back. Yeah, I'm born. It's talking. It's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I. Hated to love it, the underdog with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I became 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already dead.
It was written in the children.
So what you want? Every day I struggle. For the cream renegade, for the money only green is the I'm a player on the late night tip, so they see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog, check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss the death, friend protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss the death, friend protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over on my hands down. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my install. Only take a when I. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 9 to 6. You wish you could read. Mike, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This on that quiet storm. T-O-N-Y. Top of New York with a pitchfork.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on my.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful 8. As their guys will do battle with the Houston Texans. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Watson on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Sean Lee coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit him with a screen soon.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Hopkins this year over 1,000 yards again. 4th time that he's done that in 6 NFL seasons. He had 1,572 to be exact.
And that was second only to Atlanta's Julio Jones. And you have to think the return of Deshaun Watson at the quarterback position, taking all the starts this year, that had to help because we've seen DeAndre Hopkins have big seasons with multiple quarterbacks. But have that one consistent guy only elevates his play.
They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to go deep down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. To throw on second is Watson.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson, eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Cowboys have recovered. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th.
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Here we go, let's go, get out, get out. Here we go, 46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, Charles, it feels like Lamar Miller's been around the...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
CD, before this next drive gets going, the Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. 3rd year in a row that the AFC has won, and really the 3rd year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours the last couple years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well again this year, so rain and cold. That hurts the crowd a little bit, but still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game. Quick whistles to make sure guys don't get hurt when there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes. And to cap it all off, when they awarded the MVP trophy to, I believe, Patrick Mahomes, it broke.
Yeah, indeed, it was Mahomes, the MVP of the offense. Jamal Adams, MVP of the defense in the 26-7 AFC victory.
46.
On third down, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Elliott. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now a carry for the big fella. This is Jameis Olawale. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Prescott. Looking deep for Elliott. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38. Prescott looks to throw on first. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 37 yards. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Houston Texans, as they come onto the field, obviously their offseason hit a little earlier than they wanted in January, making it to the playoffs, losing to Indianapolis. That was the first time that 2 AFC South teams had actually met in the playoffs when they squared off with the Colts.
And think about how the two of them began the year. Houston began 0-3. The Colts began 1-5. Yet they both finished so hot. The Colts down the stretch, 9-1 in their last 10. Houston 8-2, and ended up meeting in the playoffs. And both of them ended up winning on the other team's home field. The Colts did.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 78 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. The 30, 10, and the Cowboys are in the end zone for the touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones. Well, with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had two excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had two huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron. A 48-yarder to get them to overtime. The 57-yarder to win it in overtime. He should be the guy who should be exalted right now, but you're exactly right. Nickel Roby-Coleman's hit on Tommy Lee Lewis in regulation, when I saw it live, thought it was a bang-bang play. Turned out, it was definitely a missed call. Plus, they missed helmet-to-helmet contact on it as well. So if you're a Saints fan, you are very unexcited about the Rams advancing to the Super Bowl, but I still don't want pass interference to become a reviewable call. The game flow is paramount to me. Let's not slow it down any more than it already is.
Yeah, it could be a slippery slope, then you start doing it with everything.
Okay, next thing you know, we'll be reviewing holding. And by the way, you can probably call holding just about every play in the NFL.
Forced out to his left. Looking deep for Elliott. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give him 30 yards there.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Here's Prescott. Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Prescott on third and goal. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but, you know, the Patriots...
Nobody believes in them.
Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, they asked Tom Brady, were you guys just trying to use that for your own motivation? He said no comment because they were. They know they're not the underdog.
They know it, but when you've been that great for this long,
you need something.
You've got to find something different. And Tom Brady, I've got to give him credit. Somehow he made his team buy that and believe in it when no one else in the country did. And I think it really started with their first playoff game this year when the Chargers came to town. I know I picked the Chargers against them. A lot of people picked the Chargers. They took that as, well, no one believes in us. Everyone thinks we're not as good. They were just wrong.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Watson off play action. Fuller brings it in over the middle. 30, 10, touchdown. Houston. Will Fuller, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans will extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super tall.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Cooper's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. From the shotgun, it's Prescott being chased out left. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and now it's 2nd down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Thomas barreling ahead. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take it. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think...
He's got a man complete. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 72 yards. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a pre. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Again, it's Elliott. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. 10th carry down for Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And this one is right through. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Watson, flushed out right to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sean Lee in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions?
Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Bernardrick McKinney in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Second down, Prescott under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bernardrick McKinney in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
Under. Gun.
3rd and long for Prescott. Buying time to his left. Looking deep for Elliott. They've got his man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
That good for 22 and a 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Oh, good footwork on the spin. He's to the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Watson now right at the 300-yard mark with still a quarter plus to go. It's 1st and 10. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 64 yards. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Miller. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
leader, right?
To make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Here we go. 46. 46.
Prescott now on 2nd down. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Cooper was the target there. Now, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Got an open man. It's QT. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now it's Watson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree. It doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. Watson on 1st down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Watson going to give this one to Miller. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Tenth carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Back to throw. But he finds his man Griffin. And he won't have the time. Sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson taking it in. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Switch, and hey. Four down.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This one fielded at the 5. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off.